Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Lambo channel. Here's the latest dreary headline. XRP will likely drop 38% unless it moves above this critical line as Bitcoin heads for bottom, says Analyst. Now, I want to say this out the outset here because I am Mr. XRP Bull. I've made it clear, I've stated a number of times that I buy XRP on a set schedule regardless of price action, whether it's up, whether it's down. I don't let emotions make that decision for me. But I've been thinking about this because over the last week or so, and I've been reporting on it, there are a ton of analysts that say and it'd be like, look, Bitcoin would be the reason for this. It would be the catalyst. That's what most seem to say. Bitcoin drops to a certain level. Of course, the whole market tanks, but many analysts are saying XRP could get pretty gosh darn low. I'll share with you some of the latest opinions in this video, but over the last week or so, I've been reporting some are saying, 15 cents and some lower than that. And so I started thinking, okay, would I actually buy more XRP if it actually hit that 15-cent mark? And I think because I like the idea of being disciplined regardless of price action, but I think I've talked myself into if it actually goes down to that level, because look, it won't stay there. If it, I don't even know if it's going to happen, but if it does, it's like let's go on a shopping spree. Like seriously, like I'm telling you, I'm going to snatch up all the XRP I can. I think I've talked myself into it. I'm not completely sure, and I don't even know if it's going to happen. But I just want to share with you because, look, my outlook couldn't be more rosy because I understand that all of this is humans not knowing what the hell they're throwing their money in, emotionally buying and selling. I just don't behave that way. And so if I see an opportunity like that, it might make me rethink my position of dollar cost average, regardless of the price goes up or down perpetually. It might make me rethink that. But before I get speaking any more on the specifics here, if you would please delicately tap that like button. And if you are a fan of Ripple and XRP, go ahead and subscribe to the Moon Lambo channel. This is indeed an XRP-centric channel. All right, a prominent crypto analyst says XRP is in the danger zone. Trader SZ tells 39,700 followers on Twitter that the third largest cryptocurrency by market cap needs to rise above a critical mid-range level to avoid a further 38% breakdown. The analyst draws that line at 26.69 cents, an area of support and resistance dating back to 2017. And here's a quote. As long as we hold below mid-range, expecting XRP/USD to drop towards 13.5 cents next. Trader SZ isn't just picking on XRP, he has a bearish outlook on the entire crypto market. In the near term, the trader is short Bitcoin and expects the king of crypto to drop below 7,300, then 6,900, and then 6,600. As for when Bitcoin will hit a bottom, the analyst says it's likely to happen at 6,000. There are some other, wait till I'm going to share with you in just a moment. There's an analyst that thinks it's actually going to be lower than that. But before I get to that one, daily analyst Josh Rager, sounds angry, is on the same page. His new set of technical analysis is alerting his crew of 60,300 followers to the $6,000 level as an extremely likely target for Bitcoin. Right now, he's looking to see if support holds at 7,150. He writes, as long as 7,150 holds, this will be a key area because it's the point of controls, the area with the most volume traded in this range. Now, mind you, as I'm recording this, the market cap for the asset class, $193 billion. Bitcoin's at $7,188. XRP is at 21.7 cents. All right, let me get a little further. And then here he says, though, also, the analyst Josh Rager also says, but let's not kid ourselves. 6,000s are coming again sooner or later. Prep your emotions. We'll get through this like always. And see, and that's exactly what my stance is as far as, because look, I'm not a technical analyst. None of this is financial advice, period, because I don't have a financial background. I'm just an enthusiastic member of the XRP community. But emotionally, this is not going to sway me. I'm here for the long haul. I'll let the rest of the humans act ridiculous in terms of their buying and selling, but I'm not going to participate. So conceptually, what he's saying in terms of prep your emotions, to me, that sounds like sage wisdom. Now, here's another tweet from Josh Rager. Bitcoin is currently compressing and the range is getting smaller. Not focused on trading small moves here. The focus now is being on the right side of the next multi-$100 move. Because again, if it goes much lower, might not be so good, because we're at 7,188, and again, he said 7,150 is the number to watch for, so kind of on the cusp of that. All right, next here, take a look at this ever so bullish headline. Yeah, being facetious. Bitcoin price shifts toward key moving average as bears target $5,000. As part of its current midterm downtrend, Bitcoin could be headed towards its 200-week moving average, a level that has been a major historical bottom. Since hitting its 2019 high of approximately 13,890, Bitcoin has seen lower highs indicative of a downward trend, at least in the midterm. After a corrective bounce up to 7,875 last week, Bitcoin was unable to shake its larger downtrend, heading back down to $7,285 by press time. The asset could ultimately have its sights set near $5,000 before a midterm trend reversal, as its charts look mostly bearish at present. And of course, this wouldn't be good for XRP. It could be very bad for XRP, and I'm happy to acknowledge that, because I don't think that it matters. All I see is an ecosystem getting built out, and I understand, I firmly believe that as that continues to get built out, the price will catch up with the value of everything. But really, a lot of the value is still being developed, frankly. And I think that's a fair assessment. We get all the on-demand liquidity corridors being built out and all the partnerships that are occurring in terms of, Ripple's building on top of the XRP ledger, connecting banks first with RippleNet utilization of just the payments portion, formerly known as XCurrent, but then ultimately, of course, on-demand liquidity utilizing XRPs, that goes up. But then you also see entities like Coil, which seem to be having success as well, new form of web monetization. And to me, it's like things like this seem like they should have tremendous staying power. And given that I am 100% certain that almost 0% of the price action has to do with any sort of fundamental analysis. It's just humans behaving like humans, like I keep saying. Given that I firmly believe that, it doesn't really matter. It's not that I want to see the price go lower. It's just like, whatever comes, I'll take it, because I understand that, or at least it's my opinion, again, not financial advice, I think XRP is going to be worth substantially more in the future. I'm not going to make a price prediction. I don't put timestamps on things. Nobody really knows exactly how it's going to play out for the long term and when XRP will hit certain huge levels. But I still like technical analysis. Because again, technical analysis, it's not about, I think there's a misunderstanding. It's not about price predictions. I mean, some people turn it into that, but which can still be fun to talk about and think about. But really, it's more like what's more probable in the terms of like which direction an investment will go. What's more probable? All right, now here's a tweet from Joker on Twitter. He is at Kia Crypto. He writes this: Bitcoin weekly close above $7,300 was positive, but as long as weekly close is below 7,800, it is bearish to me. Bitcoin can fall to the support of the purple channel around $5,000 levels. So that's another analyst that's saying $5,000 levels. And then he writes, indicators show 8,000 and 9,000 will act as strong resistance for a while. And here's the chart that he has associated with his interpretation of the chart. All right, here's another tweet from Joker. XRP is trading below 23 cents, and it is great news. Never felt so good. Charts indicate a dip to 8 to 13 cents is possible. But then he writes, more it dips, harder it pumps. Cheaper, better, ! Hashtag XRP community. So, I have no idea if it's going to get that low, but Moon Lambo might be going on a little spending spree if that happens here. Because for me, I never thought that price action like that was off the table. I understood that even when I bought in 2 years ago. I wasn't sure that it was likely, and I still don't really, frankly, know for sure if it's going to happen, but I'm just saying if it does, okay, cool. That's just my personal take on it. All right, now here's a tweet from Crypto Bull, who wrote, he's an XRP chart analyst. Over the past 4 weeks, many influential accounts and technical analysts within the XRP community capitulated, stopped posting content or only post very little content, went into hiding. It's the easy thing to do. I am still here, and my sentiment has not changed. Well, kudos to you, sir. My sentiment hasn't changed at all. I fully anticipate things to be very volatile in the world of XRP and crypto at large, because humans don't know what the hell they're doing, and they're very emotional. And so I want to give you a little shout out there. But I have to say that what you've noticed in terms of XRP community members capitulating, well, I would say this. I've noticed that chart analysts, not just XRP chart analysts, but Bitcoin chart analysts, just crypto chart analysts in general, I got to admit, because I follow a lot of them, and I check on a pretty regular basis because it's something that I'm just into, I have to admit I've seen a lot less content from some. Now, some have stuck with it despite the negative price action, but I feel like some of these technical analysts, maybe, I'm not going to name any names, but maybe some perhaps are feeling less motivated after seeing the direction that the price action is going. So I think that's a fair stance that Crypto Bull has there. Anyway. All right, next here, and this is an article from News BTC. Bitcoin bears laying the groundwork for further losses as bulls lose momentum. And so you may have noticed that there's pretty much zero positive outlooks for the short term in terms of investing in crypto. I guess it's just I can't find anything bullish in terms of not really. Like some people, some analysts, as I cited here, they say, okay, if things are to get bullish, here's why. And that's actually, I think that's even in this article. I'm not going to go through this whole thing, or maybe I'm thinking of a different one. But regardless, those cases have been made. It's just that the analysts are saying this is what it would take, but we think the bears are in charge here, basically. So you can take that for what it's worth there. That's at the time of writing, Bitcoin is trading up just under 1% at its current price of 7,350. Yeah, things move fast, don't they? Because it's currently at, 7,180 something, which marks a slight decline from its daily highs of 7,400. Mind you, this article was written 3 hours ago. So in the short term, it appears that Bitcoin has established the $7,400 region as a level of relative resistance, whereas the $7,200 region appears to be a level of support for the cryptocurrency, although again, at the time of recording, it's a hair below that. This has led to a bout of sideways trading over the past few days, which marks a notable shift from the volatile trading that has been seen on a consistent basis over the past several weeks, starting with its major rally from lows of $7,300 to highs of $10,600 in late October. Following this rally, the volatility incurred by Bitcoin mostly favored bears, as it has since retraced virtually all of the gains that were incurred during this price surge. How Bitcoin responds to its current trading range may set the tone for how it trends throughout the final few weeks of 2019, which could subsequently impact how it kicks off 2020. So it'll be fascinating because I reported the other day on the concept of the Santa Claus rally, which historically has happened over the last several years. Jumps of, going from memory, like 30% typically being what you'd experience. There's that, and then don't forget also there's Bitcoin's happening. Since Bitcoin leads the market, it'd be good for in theory it should be good for XRP and every other crypto out there. But that's coming up in another half a year or so, and so let's see how the market responds to that as well. I'm really looking forward. I'm legitimately curious as to what the market's going to do, because there's only been two halvings in the entire history of Bitcoin. This will be the third, so block reward cut in half. But regardless, good old your boy Moon Lambo here for the long haul. I'm not gonna let emotions. I tell you what. I am impervious. I am bulletproof when it comes to the emotions that would sway most pertaining to the price action of crypto, or not just XRP, but crypto in general. But I would love to hear from you. What are you doing? You going to buy? You going to sell? What you got going on? Feel free to drop a comment below and share with me your take on all of this. I am not a financial advisor. Do not buy or sell anything because of anything that I say or write. That would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time. To the Moon Lambo!